Hi everybody, Cheryl, Layla, and Lady coming to you from the Lady's Garden and Home. And today I thought we'd do a quick video on how I organize my seeds. So I hope you join us. So I've watched a lot of videos over the last couple of years on how best to organize and keep your seed collection together and easy to access. And I have seen a myriad of what I would consider kind of complicated methods. And one of the things that I'm all about here at the Ladies Garden and Home is to see how best I can simplify my life. Oh, that was sweet. You gave Mommy a kiss. So for years, I kept my seeds right in this shoebox. It's a very pretty little shoebox. But then I outgrew my seed collection. In fact, I did a little bit of over shopping last year. So I upgraded and I moved to this photo box. And okay, it's not as heavy as it looks. Anyway, you've probably seen these if you've watched other seed organization videos, and some of them come with nice little cases inside for photographs that people put their seed packets in, but I don't do that. I don't have those. This is actually more of a craft box, and it does have individual filing sections. So I'm just going to show you. So this is my 2023 seed collection. I did end up buying a bunch of seeds that were on sale, especially from M.I. Gardener, who is one of my favorite seed companies. He's also one of my favorite gardening YouTubers, so I try to support the channel. But once a year, and I can't remember if this was like maybe Labor Day, but once a year, they try to get rid of their old inventory because seed companies can really only sell what's packaged for that particular year in that year. So he had a big sale, and he was selling seed packets for $1. So I went a little nuts, and I also don't consider it wasted, though, because these were things that I had been either thinking about buying or wanting to try, so or that I was out of. So anyway, yeah, I kind of overbought a little bit. But anyway, a lot of people do their seeds by season. And I find that confusing because here where I am in Zone 7A, many of our cool crops that we can plant in the spring, we can also plant in the fall. So that wouldn't really work for me. And what I do, what I think is very simple, is I just do it alphabetically. And I don't do it alphabetically by variety because that can get complicated. Say you're looking for a tomato and you like that tomato, but you can't remember the name of the variety, and that's the variety you want to plant. It's better to have everything, all the tomatoes together. So like I said, everything is alphabetical. Herbs, flowers, and vegetables are all together. So that when I'm looking for something, like, for example, I want to start arugula soon, I'm like, okay, A's. All right, here's arugula. Oh, look, I also saved some arugula seeds last year. So I'm going to plant the ones that I overwintered, because the ones that, that I collected and saved myself, they've gone through at least a season in my garden, in my specific elements and the specific soil. So generally, you have better results if you plant something from the seeds that you collected the year before from your own plants. One of the other things that I do when I open a packet of seeds and I'm using them, like, for example, these beans, is once it's opened, to prevent them from spilling out, even if they still have a little gum on the inside of the lip, they're still not going to stick. So I always use a paper clip. So those are all my beans, broccoli, corn, all of my seeds, celeries, eggplant, lots of L's, leeks, lemon balm, lettuce, all different lettuces all together. Peas, peppers, pumpkin. Then we get into the R's, radishes, rutabagas, the spinaches. So you get the idea. Another way that I stay organized with my seeds is, say I'm out in the garden, I'm planting something and the packet is empty. I don't throw that packet away and try to guess by the time I'm going to plant it next year whether or not I have it. So I write empty on the packet and I put it right back in. And so when I do go to reorder, I can go, okay, these cucumbers, this is an empty packet of cucumbers. I need to, if I liked that variety, I need to reorder. And then once they come in, I throw that empty packet out. And then so now it's time for me to start sowing seeds. I'm going to be sowing my onions and my leeks this week. I'm going to be getting to my spring brassicas and spinach and lettuce soon. What I'll do is I'll go through, and anything that I'm going to be sowing in the month of February, I'll pull from here. So, for example, I know I want to plant some arugula because it all died during the Arctic blast. I'm sure you heard, I was going to do these. That's right, these. And what else? I need my onion seeds. These are the seeds that I saved. To be honest, I don't know what variety these are because these were ones that overwintered and then flowered in its second year, and I collected the seeds. I think they're just plain yellow that grew from sets that I had bought in 2021. But I'm going to grow these because onion seeds, out of all of these seeds, onion and leek seeds are the ones that really need to be fresh. They need to be under a year old. So, all right, I'm going to be doing the onions. Let's find the leeks. Here's my leek seeds. Oh, nope. I saved these too. These were, well, I'll tell you what they were. Dawn Giant. I should write that on this. So this is the one I grew in 2021. This is the one that bloomed in 2022. From the same seeds. So this was Dawn Giant. You like those leek seeds? And then as I pull the seeds from here, I'm going to put them in a bag and just hold on to them until all of these are sown. Later on in the year, I'll keep another bag of all of the seeds that I want to succession sow. Things like carrots, beets, radishes, lettuce. And I'll keep it in my garden basket when I go out every day. It's a reminder that I want to put in more carrots, more beets, more radishes, that kind of thing, that you can stagger the planting every couple of weeks, and then you can have a continuous harvest coming in from the garden to your kitchen every couple of weeks. So that was very helpful to me too, just keeping the succession bag. And another thing is you're really going to want to store your box of seeds or bag of seeds in a cool, dark place. What I do is I put them in my closet, in my clothing closet on the top shelf, nice and dark in there, because you don't want them exposed to humidity, you don't want them exposed to too much light, and you don't want them exposed to high heat. When I save my seeds, before I am assured that they are completely dried out after a few months, I actually just keep them in either a paper bag or I keep them in a paper box, and I don't put them in the plastic box until I know months later they're completely dry. Just a note about where I get my seeds. I've stopped really combing through the catalogs because that's just a temptation for me to buy on impulse, whereas I'd rather have a strategy behind what I need to get. But my go-tos are usually Burpee, M.I. Gardner, Hudson Valley Seeds, Baker Creek and Seeds for Generations. Those seem to be the ones that I have been purchasing from the most, and I'm satisfied with. So as we're getting into the seed starting season, I'm just going to, rather than duplicate videos, I have other ones that I really want to come out over the next couple of weeks. I'm going to point you to some and leave the links in the description below that might be very helpful to you this time of year. I did one on how to make easy beds and plan your layout. I use the no-dig method. You can actually have an instant garden bed. So that's one to check out. How to choose which vegetables to grow. It can be daunting to figure out, out of all of the different varieties, what would be right for you and your family. So I did a video on that. Another one is how to easily plan your garden for free using the Farmer's Almanac Garden Planner. A lot of people commented how helpful that was, and I'm very glad. It is something that I've come to rely on, not just to kind of map out my plan on my computer and be able to take notes on when I sow and when I harvest, but also it provides you, when you register there, you're going off of your zone and your zip code. So it also provides you with a very easy plan on figuring out the timing on when to sow things indoors. If you see there in the blue, it's when to sow indoors. Orange is harvest, and green is when you're to plant outside. So that's been very, very helpful to me, although I am going to move up, like I said, the dates about 2 weeks this year, just to get a head start on some things that I felt I was rushed at the end of the season and I could have gotten more harvest out of them. Another video that I did was how to make potting mix. I think I told you I felt very happy with the potting mix recipe that I used last year, and I'm just going to be doing the exact same thing again this year. And then as we get into sowing our first seeds of the year, though I did a video last year on how I sowed my onions and leeks. So I hope those are helpful to you. I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like. I hope you subscribe so you can join us on our journey as we get this garden started for 2023. And from the Ladies Garden Home, enjoy your gardening journey. Bye! Say goodbye, lady. Lady says goodbye.